I'm Amber, and this is day 2. Yay, day 2. How did your clearing go yesterday? If stuff came up, or if it really kicked off a deep emotional process for you, one, that's fantastic. Two, that can be bumpy. It can get hard. So if stuff was showing up for you, please go to the Facebook group and just say, hey guys, ew, or whatever you want to say. And I will, I can dive in and maybe help you out a little bit. So anyway, day 2, yesterday we cleared. And so day 2 is about connecting. And I'm in my hood here because it's actually a little cold in my apartment. So I'm in my little witchy priestessy kind of hood, I guess. I don't know. It's actually just a gray sweatshirt. So connect. This, after we've given our emotion some space and we've felt our feelings and, really kind of cleared that vessel, then that opens up the space for us to connect with our intuition, our deep creative spark. It gives us the space to really hook in and feel our hearts and feel, that little flame in your belly that's, I've got stories to tell, or however that works for you. So connecting. The way I do this is I really just, I just take a deep breath. I ground myself into my chair. I feel kind of roots in my, from my tailbone in the sacral chakra, sacral chakra. I feel that, growing down through my legs, through my feet, into the, the center of the earth, and, feel any, just residual energy, any residual nonsense that's floating around in there. I just, feel it float down those roots and trickle down and into the earth. And I feel the, the really supportive, deep energy of the earth coming back in and, feeding me. And then I just allow my brain to clear. And when you're in that space, you can really just ask, all right, what is ready to come through today? And you can even play with giving instructions like, all right, I would like to write the first page of my book today. What is going to come through? And, that is when you just kind of allow it to come through. And really, connecting is simply about turning off your brain that's like, oh, you're just, it's giving you lots of judgments. Like, oh, you're just making this up. Or this isn't how it works. Or, oh, it has to be harder. Or, whatever it is that your brain is getting all up in arms about. You just, really just quiet the brain and be like, hey, you are fantastic at remembering phone numbers and remembering when I need to go to the dentist, and I really appreciate that, but actually I don't need you right now, so you can take a nap. And, once your brain kind of quiets a little bit, then you can see what images start to show up in that quiet space. You can see what words start to show up in that quiet space because, that is, your intuition needs quiet. Your creativity needs quiet. It can't, your brain's really loud. Your brain will yell at you. And creativity can't really make it through the traffic when you have, so much going on. So, that's part of what clearing the feelings out does, because when you've cleared feeling, then, you kind of, if it's giving you a message, then you have a little bit of truth about your experience. And when you're feeling in your truth, then that's when peace comes. And when peace shows up, it's like then your imagination, then your creativity can really play and really start to get into it and create some really beautiful things. So I'm actually going to channel on this one because I feel like, actually, when I channel, that's how I connect. So I feel like me connecting to my intuition and my channeling and my source about, how to best help you connect would probably really be the best thing for today. So just going to ask, what do these lovely people on the other side of the computer screen, what do they need to know about connecting with their intuition and their creativity today? Connection is easy. Connection isn't something that needs to take time or needs to take effort. It simply is. You always are connected. Always are connected to your intuition and your creativity and the unseen source and the unseen helpers and all of the support that is always with you every moment of your life. But we don't always notice it. So connecting with your intuition and your creativity is really just recognizing that you have it, recognizing that you have been connected to it from the moment of your birth, and you were connected to it as a child. And it wasn't until you started to be trained out of that connection that it started to feel hard or like something that wasn't there for you. So it's really just about allowing yourself to feel that connection, to know that connection exists, and just to play with it. Just practice it. Just be with it. Just ask it to appear for you and ask that you connect with it. And just say, hey, creativity, what's up? What have you got for me? What can we do together today? What is needed? And sometimes what is needed is self-care. Sometimes you really do need to step away from the computer and, process your feelings, or, go take a dance class or go for a run, or, just lie on your floor and just like feel yourself be supported by the floor. But sometimes your creativity is ready to go. Sometimes your writing is right there at your fingertips and it's ready to come through. Let's see, is there anything else? Okay, what I'm getting is that if there's anything else, if you have any questions about this, about how to connect in, just bring them to the Facebook group and we can play with them there. But for now, your task is to play with your intuition, play with your creativity. If you felt really disconnected from it for a while, just sit with the idea that you have it, that you have that access, you have that space within you, and it's like a muscle. You just you begin to work it, and you begin to exercise it, and you begin to be with it every day, and it gets stronger, and it will show up for you more easily and more clearly. So just begin playing with that today. And let, just maybe when the video is over, sit quietly and just ask yourself, what is the best way for me to connect with myself and with my creativity today? And see what shows up, see what pops into your head immediately. Sit down and try just, you can do some automatic writing or channeling or, whatever for yourself, and just, blank your mind out and just ask the question and see what your fingers type. And, don't judge it, just, play with accepting it and trusting it, and knowing that the more you play with this, the more strongly it's going to show up for you, and the more easily you'll be able to access it. And yeah, if you have questions, bring them to the Facebook group and we'll see what shows up. So yeah, that's it for day 2. Just, sit down and connect in and see what shows up for you. And again, if you want to share this with friends who you think could benefit from it, or, share it on Facebook chat, send someone an email, tell them about it over tea, whatever works for you. If there's someone in your world who you think would really like this, and then just tell me about it in the Facebook group, and I'll put you in a little drawing for a little fun thing that we're going to do. So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow.